Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Garden a Little. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I can't deny it anymore. It is cold, it is freezing. Well, it is gonna get down to 28 degrees this week at night. So it is time to collect my peppers. As you can see, I cleared out my bed right over there, and this is a big bowl and we're almost full. So I'm gonna continue filling it up, harvesting these peppers, and these peppers are loaded. Like, let me break off one branch here. This is one branch right here. It is completely loaded and they are so big. Like, look at that. That's amazing. So I'm gonna be cleaning this out. I'm actually gonna leave some stumps here because I am saving this bed for myself. That bed goes to my mother-in-law along with that bed where my big tomatoes were. So I'm gonna actually see what happens to these peppers if I don't cut them all the way down, if they die with the frost or they can actually be dormant enough to survive the frost. I'm not planning on covering this bed at all. This is just completely an experiment. So enjoy the ride here while I put you guys on time lapse. So all the peppers for the season are harvested, and I have a heaping bowl of peppers. I was gonna see how many gallons this is because this is definitely huge. I'm not sure exactly how many we'll eat fresh, how many I'll freeze. This is my first time growing this many peppers, and I am so glad that I tried these bonamolatas, the purple jalapenos. Such fun colors. I mean, look at that. So definitely gonna do this again. And let's get on with the rest of the garden. Let's just continue on in this bed again. So my radishes over here have been really shaded by these peppers. So I think now that I cut the peppers down, they'll have more opportunity to thrive, just like their better half over here. And then look at this, guys. My zucchini plant has actually produced a female zucchini. So what I'm gonna do is actually hand pollinate it. So basically what happens is you wanna find a male flower. Male flower has thin stems. You rip that off, and the most important part of it is that middle yellow fuzzy part, right? So let me uncover this, just like this, and then we're gonna go and pollinate the female part. So we're gonna find the female flower right here, and I'm actually gonna go inside and pollinate it just like that. You kind of just shake around the pollen so they combine. Perfect. And then you just wait and see if anything happens. Now, to be realistic, since I harvested the peppers, it's gonna be freezing cold. I have a feeling this zucchini plant will die. But again, why not experiment, right? This is actually a weed. Let me pull that. Yeah, so that would be a really cool experiment. Amazing. So my radishes over here are doing well. My sweet peas, look at that. Covered the trellis on this side. I've been eating them nonstop. Very delicious, very snappy. I've harvested a ton of them already today. And then moving on to my other side of the trellis here, my snap peas over here are also doing really good. Just gotta weave them in sometimes so they don't forget where they're supposed to be going. But yeah, I've harvested the peppers last time, these peppers, so they are all gone. I don't know, this is just like a random eggplant. I don't feel like ripping it out right now, but I have holes. Now, if you remember, I had critter problems in those beds over there for a while, and I thought having gravel underneath my beds will discourage critters to dig in my beds, but apparently not. So hopefully this is just a temporary problem where animals are hiding because it's cold. Hopefully it's not a long-term issue. But my radishes are finally starting to show some progress. I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna leave them be a while longer, but they are definitely liking this cold front that's coming in. My basil really took off. I'm glad that I replanted it and it's doing really good. Zinnias that I need to rip out for sure. And then moving on to my strawberry bed, I need to look up how to winterize the strawberry beds. I'm not sure if I need to cut anything off or really do anything because my strawberries are still putting off fruit. And I don't know if I need to do something to put them into dormancy. Do you know? Because I don't. I'll be looking that up. And if I find something interesting out, I'll be shooting a video about it. But here's my strawberry bed overflowing with greenery. A lot less fruit, obviously, because it's been pretty cold, but still doing pretty good. And moving on to my newly planted Brassica bed, which is my broccolis, my purple and white broccolis. Again, I don't think I gave myself enough time because I started seeds way too late, but they're growing. I separated them not too long ago, and some of them took off really well, and some are doing not so well. So as you can see, they have their own little niche, and they are able to spread out, enjoy the sun, but some are not doing too well. Like this one is puny compared to this big one, so I'm interested to see what will happen in this bed. Here are my carrots. I'm not sure what I'll get through that, but here are my beets. I actually need to probably harvest some because look at that. That's a good sized beet there. And that is not a bad sized beet there either. So maybe I'll be harvesting these quite soon. My Swiss chard is doing well. It's starting to grow. More beets over here. And these are all like super old seeds, like a couple of years old seeds. And you can see the tubers are starting to form, and I'm so excited for that. My catnip is doing fine as well. I'm just trimming it and letting it develop and giving it to my cats and so on. Ooh, look at that little guy. But yeah, my zinnias obviously are amazing. I think what I need to do next year is plant zinnias all along that way so it doesn't shade anything off, but just shade the gravel there. And then look at this bed. Do you hear that crunch? I need to start eating this up. This is growing way too fast. And my radishes, yes, my radishes are actually growing, and I'm so excited for that soon. This will be harvested. My zinnias over here are dying off, which is completely fine because once they become brown like this, I can harvest the seeds from them. I need to just wait for this to dry off. More like this, but still I need to wait for them to dry off and pretty much become like this. And the seeds are actually these little things, so I'm actually gonna spread this out here so they can grow next season. But this is a million different zinnia seeds, so we'll see what happens. If I need to rip them out, I can rip them out, but for now this is beauty and I like it. Here are my herbs. Again, I need to plant some more dill here because my parsley really took over the whole entire situation. But I'm so glad that my cilantro is taking off. I really thought this would not. This is from my saved seeds from those beds over there, which is really cool because I didn't have to purchase any cilantro seeds anymore. And this is my newest planted bed. As you can see, I have some great looking kale that's growing. I'm so excited to actually start eating this. Some spinach, and I planted some more spinach here, and as you can see, it's starting to come up right here and more there. And I'm pretty sure there were more in this area, but because this is so close to the barn, the chickens walk here all the time and probably eat them, which is so funny to me because the rest of the bed is looking amazing, and it's just this type of spinach that keeps getting eaten. Not even this spinach. This is also spinach, but it's not getting eaten as much as this spinach, which is crazy to me. Then more kales. Look how great they look. They're looking really good. More radishes, rutabagas. These radishes are really long, so we'll see what happens with that. But I have some onions that are coming up. Super exciting. So though my garden is slowly going to bed, I will be Sowing garlic here not too long in the future. I prepped my past cherry tomato bed over here for that, and I'm excited to plant some garlics. After I plant them, I'm gonna plant them real deep, and then I'll probably mulch even more. So we'll see how that goes. But the rest of the garden is still looking alive because of the flowers that I planted, the greenery, and the way that I'm not wasting any time planting for cooler crops. Remember when I planted those peas when my cucumbers were still on that trellis? That's one thing that you can do to minimize that time when the garden is kind of dead. Obviously the winter is coming. I'm not in denial, it's happening, but I'm extending my growing season as much as I can, and I absolutely love it. So I hope I encourage you guys to grow your own garden, go garden a little, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.